What is going on, Nissan Nation? From all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee to way over in SoCal, this is your Nissan Nation, and we've got breaking news, guys. We got Autoblogs a couple hours ago released some spy photos of the 2021 Nissan Frontier interior, more like the dash. And me and Danny privately were like, we were hitting each other up, and Danny's like, dude, we've got to go live with this because this is classic Dave and Danny who's going to battle it out for supremacy. I guess it were Danny. And I don't know, buddy. I do not know what is exactly going on here, dude, but I've cooled down some because when we initially talked.
That's good. I was going to say, Dave, just tell me what you told me on the phone because I want that raw Dave. I want you to show the people what I got buttressed with, bookended. I got like a bookend of two messages of Dave just ranting, and well, it was almost like the monkey at the zoo slinging shit across at the glass window, and everybody's dodging and diving. Let's get with. I want to go off with a bang, Dave. I want your opinion. What do you think of the new Dash?
Well, first off, I want to say this should be sponsored by Monster Energy, but it's not on my end. Danny, who are you sponsored by there?
Today I'm sponsored, not sponsored by Coors Light. Taste the Rockies, but just barely because it's mostly water.
All right, guys. So you can see the picture under us. I posted it on Instagram. I've posted this picture on our Facebook page, and then I took a picture. I was like, I've seen this image before, Danny. So I went to my Frontier that I was currently standing by when this picture dropped, and I was like, And I took a picture of basically the same angle, and I was like, man, this looks damn near identical. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, no, I really know where I've seen this truck now. This was my Frontier, my 2017 Frontier that I'm looking at as a 2021 Frontier. I'm lost anymore, dude. So I've always said, Danny, what sold me on the Titan was the interior. I will say that till the day I die. I think that the interior in the Titan was freaking amazing in 2016. Mine was a 2017. Nissan hasn't gotten with it. They haven't updated to modern times. And the only thing they did with the 20, which I agree is a nice truck. You like the front end of that truck and the tail, the way they've done everything. They added a bigger infotainment to that thing, and it looks dated. I'm looking at this 2021 truck now, and I'm like, that screen looks freaking dated. The interior looks dated because I've seen this damn near for 5 years now in the Frontier or in the Titan that does not, I repeat, does not sell. They're not selling, and it's nothing against the truck itself. Yes, I will say full-size guy is hard. That's a hard nut to crack. I will say Nissan is doing the best with what little resources they have. They're doing the best they have, but this truck should have been out last year. Oh, no, they paused it. No, we got to make some changes because they know this truck has to be a home run for Nissan. It has to be. If this truck is not a home run for Nissan, it's 4 to 5 more years of being the laughing stock in the truck world. Titan's already given you a black eye. Once again, guys, I love the Titan truck, and I only say this because I cover other brands now, and I'm paying attention what the best brand out there doing anything right now is a Ram. Ram's interior is by far the best interior in full-size trucks right now. And Danny's doing his old acting thing over there right now, but I'm sorry, what I'm seeing right now, the bottom of this, and I'm looking at the photo right now, the AC vent controls and all that, we've seen this in a 2016 Frontier. Now, we have no idea which model this is. I'm going to say it's a nicer trim because there is some nice stitching in the dash. I've seen that steering wheel. Guess what? I seen that steering wheel in 2016. So the only new thing that I'm really looking there is a new shifting handle. And honestly, it sort of looks like a manual transmission, though I'm not going to go there right now. Manual MT guy, we're not going there right now. But this radio, look at the radio right now. And Danny's he's ready. I know he's itching to combat this. But look at the black ring around the radio that supposedly makes it look bigger than it is. That radio looks. When Nissan put the 7-inch screen in the Titan, it was already, for whatever reason, technology changed right when they dropped that truck. Once again, technology is changing, and right or wrong, I mean, I know it's a good radio because me and Danny's done time in the 2020. We spent time with it, and it's quick radio. Yes, like you can go through the apps of it. It doesn't pause. Like, there's some processing power to that. My point is, it just, when you look side by side of the current radio that I have in my 17 Frontier and the picture that I posted on Instagram, it looks like a sort of upgrade. It doesn't look like a third generation truck. Now, Danny, I know you're over there. You're being quiet. You got that evil little Danny grin. Danny, before we get into this, Dan,
all right,
I want to say Happy Monday to you, Dan.
Happy Monday, buddy.
All right. I'm getting my gloves on. I'm about to dodge.
Bob, and Dave, your initial rants on my phone this morning. I decided, Dave, I'm not going to respond. I'm not even going to justify your comments with a response.
Wow. Thanks, Dan.
There was so much poo-poo getting flown at me that I said, you know what, I'm going to save this because we're going to be doing some live today because he got me a little riled up. I got riled up, but I didn't say anything.
You guys
were riled up.
You're lucky because there would have just been a solo video of me.
Yeah.
You're lucky Danny's calmed me down.
Here's the thing is I didn't want to solo a video of you because I knew that the Nissan fans and the people with right minds would have just they would have thrown you out of it would have been a riot. Anyhow, let's get into this picture. All right. So Dave posted this picture side by side with his truck today.
I'll get this up here. Go ahead while you're doing that.
Yeah, pull up the side by side because I'm pulling it up as well. He says it's the exact same thing. Well, let's just understand that it's the exact, not the exact. It's the same package of size. So you're gonna get a very similar dash. So there's only so much dash you're gonna get in that size. So you're gonna see a lot of similar things. Some big changes. Obviously, they moved the they moved the vents out further because they have a bigger screen. I'm actually wondering if that screen that they have, if there's going to be controls in that dark space around the outer area.
We've seen this, dude. This is the exact screen out of the Titan. Exact. That's the exact one.
All right. Well, whatever. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You don't know that.
I do not know that. I will concede to
that. The leather wrap on it looks really good. It looks like it's kind of a hack job. It's probably just a prototype dash that they kind of slapped in there. So I'm sure the fit and finish of the fresh new one will be nice.
You're very naive, Danny. Go
ahead. This truck's probably been beat on. Truck's probably been beat on. Like if I zoom in the picture, it doesn't look like there's quite a fit and finish with the whole dash. Like somebody's been in and out of there, and they don't really care about the truck. What I'm saying, it's not a showroom quality truck that we're looking at right now.
Okay.
This is something that they're gonna crush, within the next 6 months, because it's a testing truck. So vents look really good. They have a nice little trim around them. That's something that we haven't seen in Frontiers. They kind of skimped on the dash. You put up your dash. My dash is a little bit nicer.
Yeah,
in the Pro 4X version, some of the stuff is a little bit nicer.
You're looking at an SV.
My dash would be a little bit nicer, but in truth, they're very, very similar. All the bezels and everything look like they're a little bit shinier. I really like the larger opening for the speedometer and tach.
Yes, I do like that.
We can't see if there's going to be any driver information system, like a small thing that gives you information there. I think that is a must. Almost every truck has it. So if I don't see that, that will be a big disappointment for me. We can't see that. I do like it's got decent position. I've always liked the control spots for the Nissan as far as where the control spots are. Like the 4-wheel drive is in a good spot. It's not, especially in my truck, it's not too high or low or whatever. The heated seats and everything, those are nice. They're tucked away a little bit down in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
No need to change a spot for those. Like you said, it's got 2 USBs down there, which is kind of nice. Hopefully they have like one that's power on all the time, which sucks. I think that The steering wheel looks great. I love the Titan steering wheel. Why would you design some fresh, new, crazy new steering wheel? That like, what's wrong with the steering wheel? It doesn't look dated to me. It just looks like a really good new steering wheel.
From
Um,
2016.
Wait, if a steering wheel looks good in 2016 and it looks good in 2020, then it's a good looking steering wheel, in my opinion. You don't need to reinvent the steering wheel, Dave.
I don't know, man.
It's not a tailgate.
Well,
I mean,
well, that's
if
a
you
whole
look at
nother
all the
conversation.
steering wheels out there, they're all pretty similar. I mean, there's not like a whole massive design thing going on with steering wheels. If they have a Titan one that looks good, and they're like, you know what, let's make this, instead of a 13-inch one, we'll make it a 12-inch wheel. Maybe it's the exact same one. Who knows? But I'm okay with swapping stuff back and forth between Titan, because that means we'll just be able to swap more stuff between Frontier and Titan, and you'll have a small Titan.
Well,
I mean,
it's the new Titan
really, that's
swap.
what we've been doing these days anyway.
Yeah.
So we're
Danny-
trying to make a small Titan on every vehicle we
So
have.
so what you're saying is the new Titan swap will be steering wheels, and that's going to be it.
Yeah. I would really hope that there's actually a little secret dash, little cubby. That's one of my favorite things about the trucks. The secret cubby is awesome. But I think you're totally off on saying that this is a trash looking dash like it's dated.
Whoa! I didn't say
It
trash. I did not say trash.
Well, you actually said you said some curse words on people
let's
that
not go-
thought that this was a good looking dash. So you didn't actually say the dash was shit. I think you said the people that designed it.
No, I would never say that, because I know people who designed on this thing, and I would never insult anybody like it. No, I would be clear on that. I would not.
I'm just playing.
I would not do that, because this guys, to design anything is like it's throwing darts anymore. Like they're
that's the truth.
My honestly though, Danny, my initial, when I seen this that Autoblog released, and once again, thank you to Autoblog for showing the world these pictures, but
right
when I seen this and I just glanced at the picture that you see of my current SV dash, I was like, it's the controls and everything, it's like damn near identical. And then I got after you kind of walked me off the ledge a little bit, I got looking at him in more detail, and I was like, this is just the Titan dash. Now, guys, I had said for a long time that our one buddy with the Frontier page, he was like, oh, this truck's gonna look like a mini Titan, and I was like, not from what I've seen. I've got to eat crow on this one. I've got to eat crow on this one.
The more refinements they do, it seems like we saw the original, right? And we're like, that's not really Titan. And then I can definitely see some of the bones from that original picture that we did. And then I see how they just shaved it until they started sticking Titan stuff in it.
Yep.
And then it started more and more and more. And I'm not going to disagree. I do think this dash is very Titan-esque. I mean, there's so many, and obviously you had a Titan, so you know even more. It's got so many of those same design features. I mean, we can't really expect more from Nissan. That's what they do. They have a it's like they got one guy designing everything.
Well, wait, no, but here's the thing, Danny. What in Nissan's interior in the Frontier? I'm going to ask you this question. You have no idea what I'm about to ask you. What do they take more crap about than anything in the Frontier right now? What would you say is the number one thing journalists
on the interior?
Yes.
It just looks dated. I
No,
guess you would.
plastic.
They would say.
Plastic that's the number one thing. Any review I always hear about the Frontier is it's so much plastic.
Yeah, but they don't criticize like the feel of it. They just say, it seems like it's a pretty heavy duty plastic, but it's very plasticky.
Right.
Most people I talk, like, in my opinion, there's like chintzy plastic, like super thin, like Dodge plastic interior, and then there's like heavy duty. It's just a little bit more. It just doesn't have that refinement. Like I was really happy to see the leather wrap dash. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope that they have something else, in the lower models that maybe it's just as nice or
because
along that line.
The SV and stuff in Titan, it's a nice interior. Once again, my only concern with this truck is, Dan, I've said it once again, I'll say it again. I love the interior of the Titan. I think even the refresh, they did a really good job. Now, I don't think they did class leading good job, but they brought it up to the standard that it needs to be. But my problem with Frontier is when this has to be a home run, why are you pulling water from the same well that's not selling well? And once again, guys, I owned a Titan. I love those Titans. I think they are a great, very underrated truck. But it seems like this should be your game changing now. Like we need to go, okay, here's the future of our design, and the next Titan, if it gets a next Titan, here is exactly what you can sort of expect with the next Titan. And what they've done, they've taken something from 2016 and they said, well, we'll update it slightly. Because look at the stitching in that thing. It's all from Titan. Now, I like that stitching in Titan, don't get me wrong. But these littler trucks too, and I'm going to assume this is a higher end trim. It's not Pro 4X because obviously there's no locker buttons or anything. But you can't go too expensive either with this, Danny. Now you start getting in all this soft touch materials, all this leather. If there's leather on the dash, I can't see in the pictures. You can sort of see the edge of the seat, but I can't tell if it's a leather seat. I'm going to assume it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm speculating that it is. But my biggest complaint, I like, other than reusing the heat and cool controls there out of the Titan, is that infotainment. It looks dated to me, man.
Well, and until we see it live, I mean, I do think the little edge as far as how big. That's the one thing I saw. I was like, well, why don't they just make that a full size infotainment center? What, full size screen as opposed to having that bezel. That's the one thing that I don't like about that is that just if you're gonna have it that size, make it that size.
Yeah, don't have that black outline.
They may have a new one coming that they have an idea that that's where it's going to be, so they made it that size. And until they get the new one tested up, but whether it's in the Titan or whatever, maybe that's like the 7 and they have a 10 and that's actually the 10 size, and the next year or something like that. Who knows? But I think that I think the dash. Again, Dave, we're in a mid-sized truck, so we don't want to go wild. This is still kind of like a working man's truck. This isn't a luxury Dodge Ram, 37-inch TV screen in the center console. I look at it, I compare it to the Toyota. The Toyota has a decent dash. Some things I like. In all, I think it's very competitive looking. I think it's very I don't think it looks dated at all. I think it'll fit right in with any of the Ford dash and the Chevy dash. I think it's very similar in design aspect.
And I like the trim of the dash itself. I like how it's going from the center stack. It's just swaying out across the glove box and all that. I do like that. Don't get me wrong. I like
that they took the round. I like that they took the roundness out of it.
Yes.
On the right hand side, there was that roundness going on.
Right.
Stand by, Dave. There's a very important thing that I have to do.
This was brought to you by marinara sauce.
And that's why women would starve to death in this day and age without a man.
Oh, my God. Danny's going to take crap for that now. So, Danny, do this, though. The four-wheel drive, the switch for the four-wheel drive. Guys, we could go past.
Oh, I have comment on that.
We could go past that, though. It's very tight in there. Don't get me wrong.
No. I have a very important comment on that.
Okay.
I zoomed in and I chewed on this quite a bit. From what I can see, it might have an automatic four-wheel drive mode. I saw 4 modes: 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel auto.
Now I gotta look.
4 high, 4 low. So I have that in my Armada. This might be an option in the Frontier. I couldn't tell for sure. It's really, really hard to see that, but I could have swore I saw 4 positions, and 4 positions would tell me that it has 4 auto.
Yeah,
which is basically for like snow and stuff like that, right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, which it would make sense. It'd make it more of a, those soccer mom going up and getting up to Mammoth and going snowing. And
I will say this around the shift. For one, I like the shifter.
Agreed. I like the shifter.
You've sort of seen this shifter in the current 2020. This one's going to be updated to look a little more flashy. Yep. Obviously, you can see where the push start button is right under the turn signal.
They fixed that for the new truck. Thankfully, I was scared.
And hey, Ronald, thank you for that super chat, by the way, guys.
Thanks, Ron.
The super chats help this channel so much, man. So I do appreciate anytime somebody does that. I looks like the position of the shifter looks really nice. Obviously, it's probably in a drive position right there. I do like the grab handles that's by the guy's knee there, right under the center stack.
Oh, I miss those. Yeah. It's got the little handle right there.
Kind of Bronco-esque. Like
it looks
Bronco
like
does
the
that.
grab handles and the A pillars might be a little bit higher too, as well.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure, but
I think they are.
I like a high handle as opposed to a forward. I never see anybody ever grab the forward handle and be like, "Oh, this is a perfect spot."
Right. Right. And if you look, you can see side by side in the pictures that I have here up on our stream here that you can see that definitely the position of the handle on the older one is very much lower than in the new truck. There's a lot of things I do like about this. Now, the one thing I will say, the black trim, I hope that's not easily chippable, because in my Titan, you could chip that.
That's the worst. Yeah.
And who wants to pay $40,000? Because, guys, guess what? This truck's going to be $40,000. There's going to be an entry-level model, but generally, we all don't want entry-level models. This truck, you're looking 35 to 40 grand easy, and that's not a Pro 4X. But if the dash is so easily chipped like my Titan was, dude.
Which part chipped? Just that little.
So the ring,
piece?
there's kind of like that grab handle you see there in the Titan in the center stack. There is a trim piece.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing that in one of your videos. If you go back and watch one of your walk around videos, it was pretty terrible.
Yes.
How it was in a place where it just got whacked all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely something to look out for.
And we don't want to whack things all the time because they wear out when you whack them all the time.
That's true.
So just remember that.
Those grab handles, Dave, now that you're mentioning it, I like little things like that that they can be useful for if you're mounting a little something. Like also the tray above, it's got a bigger tray, which I'm happy about. I love that tray above the radio.
Mm-hmm.
So that tray.
So I'm hit or miss on that. As you can see in the picture to the right, I'm actually using this in my work vehicle. I'm using the tray. On my Pro 4X, never used it at all, man. And then they were putting an aux port.
Oh, they had a GPS. They had a little thing that you could put a GPS. It was like a replaceable GPS that you could do.
But on the Navara, they put an aux port there. So I don't see it in this. But once again, they might do that.
I would love an aux port. I would love two aux ports there because, and this is why I'm mentioning it, that's where I put my RAM mount, and as well as if I wanted to mount something else, I would stick it up there.
GoPro or something.
And then oh, absolutely. It's a great place to mount things. And I mean, on the Nissan Frontier currently, it's an easy part to replace. So if you want to drill into it, it's just a little plastic piece. You know, it holds really steady. And so I like it. I put an air freshener up there. My RAM mount is bolted into that. And for me, it's a nice little thing to have. I've seen them with little covers on them, and I don't like them with the covers because then it's like an extra step, and it's not a go-to thing. So
so anything else really stand out, Danny? I will say the trim pieces around the air vents, they don't look chrome, which was my number one complaint about Titan.
Yes,
that
thank
chrome
God they're not chrome,
would
dude.
reflect light right in your eyes.
Yes, they have a nice dark. It's like a dark gray, shiny gloss finish, basically.
So what do you think? What are you speculating that across from the 4-wheel drive button? What is that round deal on the other side of the dash?
I couldn't figure that out for the life of me. I don't know if it was supposed to be a cigarette lighter and then they stuck something in there and they've been testing some stuff. I got no idea. My guess at first was like, why has it got another cigarette lighter? You know, like nobody has like actual cigarette lighters anymore. But maybe they were thinking about putting one in. Maybe it's something else. That one's got me stumped, dude. I do not know.
Yeah,
and that's basically the same spot, but on the opposite side. It looks like they broke something off in a cigarette lighter. Is what it actually looks like. Maybe they had a phone mount or something in there and broke it off.
So on the control cluster under at the bottom, so you can obviously see there is, like you were saying, a USB-C and a USB. There's heated seats in this one, so there's on each side of that, and
heated steering wheel. That's going to be a first. I don't think they offered that for Frontier, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's not a thing for me, but I know when I lived in Germany, a heated steering wheel would have been so freaking nice.
Right, and it
So
does
I'm
have.
sure there's places that it would be nice to have that.
There's the parking sensor that is freaking annoying. Like on my Titan, it was so annoying. You'd pull up through a drive-through window and it'd be beep, 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 you know, and you could turn it off on the Titan. And luckily, there's a button there. That's what that
Yeah, my
middle button
Armada
is.
you can turn it off, and same thing with my Frontier.
Other than that, guys, I know I sound like Crabby Dave. I do like this. I think it is.
I'm glad you came around a little bit, because Dave, your initial feeling for it, I think you had to let it set in and then chew on it a little bit. Your initial response was terroristic, and you, I think after talking through it, and I agree, and talking through it with you may have brought me down a little bit. So I think you were down here and I was up here, and eventually I think we're meeting in the middle. Like,
right. Once again,
for me, this is a completely acceptable dash.
Yes.
And I would be very happy with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not coming out here like complaining like somebody needs to lose their job over this, because no, it's still, it is a
good dash. Yeah.
I couldn't even fathom what it takes to come up with. For one, you got to come up with the design. Then they got to figure out how do you shove all this tech behind your design.
Yeah, then the engineers have to figure out how to get it to be able to be put in and out, right? And you got to figure out how your AC's got to go behind.
Right. But I really just wish that there was just a couple not reused parts. Like I said earlier, Danny, I really ultimately wish that
you
this
just
was
want to see fresh and new, huh?
Well, no, but I come on, 15 years. Don't you think we deserve fresh and new? That's ultimately.
Yeah, we're Nissan fans, Dave.
I know.
We gotta tone down our expectations.
We gotta roll with the punches here, guys.
Yeah.
I like somebody, and we'll go through the questions before we get rid of everybody here. But I am gonna miss the hidden glove box. That was such a surprise, and I've said this on the show before. I never knew my first one had it. My 06 Frontier had it till my son. You get in a brand new car, and you know how kids, they're pushing buttons, just doing everything, and all of a sudden that top dash popped up, and I was like, oh my God, my son just broke something. And then I was like, oh, that's another part of the dash.
Yeah.
Hopefully there are some things in this
yeah.
truck like that because Nissan does have a way of sneaking some cool little things in there like that.
Hopefully, I will say I would really like them to up their center console game a little bit.
Yes.
Their center console kind of just leaves. It's like put an engineer on it or something. It's
I think they do, Danny.
like a real engineer. I don't know. It needs a little bit more than what it has. It's really basic. I mean, it's a pit.
Right.
You throw a bunch of stuff in it. It's not super user friendly. Not quite big enough, in my opinion.
And
so I'd like to see that changed.
We can't see it in this, but I think you're going to see that because Nissan with the Rogue now they're doing that split, the center, the way it splits, and I have a feeling you're going to see that. I think that's a design characteristic that they're wanting to incorporate in all their cars now. So I think you're going to see a bigger center console. Obviously, the Titan has one of the best center consoles, man. It is freaking huge, man. I could put my laptop, my kids, my house, whatever else I wanted to fit in that center console, I could throw it in there. And the price of these things, I may have to use this as my house if I do own one of these days, you know? So
we'll
Danny, guys, if you have any questions, we're going to get through your questions really quick before I love, we have nearly 50 people in here right now, Danny.
I know, that's freaking awesome. That's one of the best lives we've run so far. We really appreciate you guys for popping in and seeing what we're chatting about.
We do.
And basically, and weighing in too. You know, Ramesh Lance, he said this is way better than the Colorado Ranger dashes, probably slightly inferior to the Tacoma.
I will say I do like the Ranger. I like how Ford is stamping the name of it into the dash like they're doing with Bronco now and stuff. But the
Ford dash. Yeah.
I've said this though, Ford's radios, their infotainments are garbage. Like the Ranger, like you can get an XLT or whatever in the Ranger, and they were still in Chicago Auto Show, Danny, a 4-inch screen. I'm like, come on, guys. Like,
really?
Yes, Nissan in this old Frontier was giving you a better infotainment center than Ford was. But
really,
yeah.
I guess I have to look at it again. I remember the Ford having a decent. I don't remember specifically, but I thought it had some Apple CarPlay, and it seemed nice to me at the time. But I don't know if I paid enough attention to it at the time.
Let's see. Frank B says, "Is this the new Frontier photo?" Yes, Frank. Obviously, you probably know that now. New Jersey Shore guy. Interior photos look like a mini Titan. They do. Big upgrade from my 19, he says, which I would agree. Obviously, your 19 looks like my 17 sitting there, so I would agree with that.
Which looks like my 14.
Yes. Frank B says, I think that this is a lot of what folks are afraid of. Not me. I like the Titan look. And guys, once again, I've always said I like the interior of the Titan. I just think this needed to be the next design cue. Like we've seen this. So
You wanted something fresh and new that maybe might be in the next Titan as opposed to the Titan stuff being in the Frontier.
Because
I think you have I think you have unrealistic expectations.
I probably do.
I expected this from Nissan. I kind of saw this coming. And so when it came out, I was like, all right, cool. That's about what I thought that they were going to do. It looks like they did it pretty good.
Well,
and you were like, you were supposed to get into Yale and you got into USC.
No, you got into community college.
You should just be happy that they're in community college. They
haven't dropped out.
Throwing rocks through windows.
But guys, I've set the tone for a couple weeks now. I knew this was coming, and you guys were all asking me in the live shows, "Hey, why are you kind of getting down on the Frontier?" And I've known this is coming, and once again, I like it. It is definitely an upgrade. Like Danny was just saying, it's not the next step I was hoping for, but as long as they update it every 15 years, what do we have to complain about?
Yeah, this should last 15 years.
If you guys think this will last 15 years, please be sure to like this video. Once again, when you like this video, it tells new people that may just be on the fence about liking videos of Nissan products that, hey, these guys are doing something I like, so I bet you like it.
And Dave, I am the only one so far that has closed the live chat and clicked the like button. So all of you guys that are watching and soaking up all this entertainment that we're throwing your way, throw us a freaking bone, close the chat real quick, click the thumbs up, and then open up the live chat. It's very simple. If you're doing it on your phone, your laptop, however, hook a player up and then give us a like.
If you have not yet, smash that subscribe button because, guys,
click the bell.
That's right. Ring the bell.
That's what all the kids. That's what all my kids YouTube people say.
That's right. So when we do these videos, you are like that. You're like, holy crap! What are these two idiots talking about today? You'll know instantly. So guys, any other questions? Let's see. Frank B.
David Augustine, Titan bed boxes in the Frontier. Do you know what he's talking about, Dave?
Yes, the Titan boxes are in the back of the bed. They're the little extra that you can make them a cooler. You can store tools in it. They literally in the Titan it takes up too much room, and in this truck you wouldn't have a bed left because there would be nothing for them. They are cool, overpriced for what you get out of them, but I don't know. I do think Nissan, as we close this out, when we see the bed and stuff, I think you're going to see a lot of like the same utility track stuff, but I think they've got a little something they're going to surprise us with to kind of make them stand out, Danny. From everything we've seen of the outside pictures, I've seen two versions of this truck, and nobody has talked about this. Remember that Nismo that we talked about? The one you've seen in Death Valley? Go look at it again, because remember those air vents on the front of that thing? They're in that picture. The pictures that you're seeing from Nashville here of this truck, they ain't there. So if you don't give up hope,
there's some things out there going on. Yeah, there's some rumors floating around that we're trying to make sure that are legit. That before we say anything, because there's always rumors, and we find that some of those rumors are bullshit.
And guys, once again, that photo we dropped in March, I'm still paying the price for that photo, guys. So just remember, to get you exclusive content like that, I need y'all to smash the like button, hit subscribe. The super chats, once again, are super awesome, guys. Those do help fund things that we want to do with that. We appreciate everything you guys do. So, Danny, any final words before I close this thing out?
No, just a huge shout out to Expedition Outfitters. If you guys want to see on All Terrain Nation, if you want to see his F-150, his Overland F-150, give us a shout out and let us know. And don't forget to go to All Terrain Nation so that you can kind of keep up on all the other stuff. I mean, you can be a Nissan fan, but you got to know about all the other stuff. And we're going to cover that over there for you, so that you can enjoy all the Danny and Dave banter while also being able to know everything about everybody else's truck so you can talk crap about them.
And I'm actually doing some, even though this is a Nissan channel, I'm doing some exclusive Nissan stuff over on that channel. So this week, Thursday, I have a Cherokee Titan video, a walk around I did. It's over 12 minutes long. I did a walk around on this. And at the very end, there's a very loud surprise that just, you're going to see my face on this video and you're going to be like, holy cow, that was hilarious. And she's crazy. Her and her husband, man, me and Danny got to spend some time with her on the Titan Adventures. And then Danny, I got to see my buddy Chuck. We dropped a video today, guys, of the Nissan Titan meet that I went to, and I want to continue to do these things. And when you guys help with the super chats, and I'm not by any means, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm just letting you know when you guys help do that, that helps fund us to go cover more things like this. And either me or Danny fly to meet each other. We've got plans. Me and Danny's always talked about meeting in Kansas or somewhere in the middle of America, renting a Nissan product, and just going and doing some stupid adventure. So, and obviously we want to document it for, like, you know, to show you guys how stupid we really can be. So guys,
out of curiosity, real quick, Dave, before you close it down, out of curiosity, we got so many people on this evening. Maybe it was the topic or not, whatnot. Do you guys prefer a Monday evening show, live show, or a Sunday evening show? Throw us some comments, just because. Yep.
It's Friday night now. Remember, we moved those. So which day do you guys like the earlier content with
Friday night or Monday night? Yeah. I mean, we had we have 34 now. We had up to 50. Mm-hmm. People watching. Is it better on Mondays or Fridays? I mean, are you getting ready to go out and you're like, wait a second, I want to hang out and watch the NMP before I go out? Or is it Monday, the week began as a drag, and this is the only thing that's going to keep me going till Tuesday and Wednesday? Let us know what you think in the comments.
DJ Black Blaze says Monday nights for sure. Let's see. Oh, Expedition Outfitter says Mondays. What else we got on here? And I'll post a poll up too. I like posting polls up on the YouTube channel. Yeah, that's a
great idea. We'll post a poll. Make sure to go over there and click on whatever you like.
And guys, once again, thank you so much for all the support, all the comments. We love that. And do I think it's going to have a panoramic sunroof in this truck? I do. I think you're going to see a platinum. I've said this for a while. I think you're going to see a platinum edition of this truck, and it's going to be freaking awesome. So be alert, and I think the off-road version that you do see is going to be freaking awesome as well. So, guys, from all things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee to way over in LA, Danny, dude, thanks for popping on here, and thanks for
I'm glad we were able to do
guys.
This for you guys.
We love battling each other like this, man. We've been best buddies for quite a long time now, and
we definitely don't always get along, and that's the best part.
That is the best part. And once again, go to All Terrain Nation. Hit subscribe over there. We're trying to get our 1,000 subs over there so we can get funded on that. The videos are coming, so get ready. So, Danny, what I know. Let's leave it to the Joe Taylors and all of our guys down there. What are we, guys? How do we end this show?
What are we, fellas?